She's 1 out away from getting out with minimal damage here. 2 away here in the inning. That brings up Kennedy Schultz. Pops up, out of play. 0-1 to count to Schultz. Schultz on the season has a couple of hits. There's the 0-1. Down low for ball 1. 1-1. Now the count to Schultz. First baseman for the Altamont Indians. Beautiful day for softball, as yesterday was as well. A little windy. Pitch. Low and inside for ball 2. 2-1. Now the count to Kennedy Schultz with nowhere to put it. 2-1 the count. Here comes the windup in the pitch by Ritchie. Popped up foul, out of play. Almost a nice catch in the crowd there. Got his hands on it. 2-2. Now the count to the batter, Kennedy Schultz. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Top the first. Altamont leads Charleston 1-0. The pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman Fields. Fires over the first. Dug out nicely. They reel in top 4, out number 3. Great defensive play by top 3. 1 run on 1 hit, 3 errors, 3 left. We have played half an inning. It is Altamont nothing. Charleston coming to bat. It's Charleston softball on Classic Rock 92 on the Axe, presented by the Kirchner Building Center.
What's your name, baby? You know you some fire. Where you going after this? Who you around? I don't want to play with your baby. What's your name? I'm a ball dog. You what you time with a round. What you have? We see that. Baby, where you want to be at? Nothing but on my mind. I'm a carry that. I'm a one that loud. I'm coming on. You ain't got to tell them how I'm feeling. Do it. They won't know. Full of money. Hey, about big exotic sweet, baby. They ain't going to
Okay.
you know why when you talk to a ball fan, internet game, you just not ball. Ain't no phone, the girl got the gun, she ain't got that. Remember this day like the sun, $500 you ain't nothing. Shame, hate the player, hate the game. This party party, you cannot get in. From Julio, on J.G. Love me, chicken like a slush. It's like a ice cream, ball with it like that. Roll on me, whole lot of motion. Like that, I'm smack, love me, chain like a slush. It's like a ice cream, ball with it like that. Roll on me, whole lot of motion. Tongue bad, I'm smack.
We head to the bottom of the first. Altamont leads Charleston 1-0 softball. Our game presented by the Kirchner Building Center. Let's take a look at the defense for the Indians. Left field is Derek Hilliard. In second base is center field is Adrian Hardy. And in right field is Anthony Shinari. Third baseman Cecilia Piercy. Shortstop is Layla Hankins. Second baseman Reagan Kinsler. And at first base Kennedy Schultz. Ella Nelson behind the plate for right-handed sophomore Sophia Long. Making her 24th year, 24th start. 19 complete games today, 15 record, 4.52 ERA, 131 and 2/3 innings pitched, 167 hits, 147 runs, 5 runs, 95 walks, 105 strikeouts. The offense, 1 home run and 17 runs batted in. Squared to the bot. Fielded by Piercy. Now it's time to retire to first. Kennedy Schultz with the bump single for Avery Fields. And that will bring up Charleston. He first comes into this ball game for the Trojans. 556 hitter, 11 home runs, 54 runs batted in. With a 2-run home run yesterday in Trinity. The freshman still hasn't landed. Pitch. Outside for a ball. That was probably the hardest hit. I have never seen a home run in my life in softball. That's as hard as you hit. 1-0, the count from Lane Keeper here. The pitch from Long. And there for a strike on the go is Fields. And she gets a steal. And for Avery Fields, that is steal number 34 on the season. 1-1, now the count to Lane Keeper. Playing shortstop today since Meg Ritchie is pitching. Here's that 1-1. Going away for a ball. 2-1, now the count to Laney Kiefer. steal.
Good,
Rose
Ed.
is in there safe.
All right.
Steal from Fields. Double getting time on the season. And keeper block. That's
Come on, Raylan. Come on, Raylan.
Charleston trying to get a rundown going on, and it's going to be a steal for Lane Cooper. They threw down Cooper.
Come on, Raylan.
They were really in no hurry. They were trying to get Fields home. Fields did not go. Back to third instead. 2-0 now to count to Raven Cox. And that one down low. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Charleston with runners at second and third. There's nobody out. Here's pitch. At the knees for a strike. I'm going to say a little bit low. That's my personal opinion from my manager. 2-1 to count. 3-1 now to count.
Come on, Raylan.
As Raylan takes
One pitch,
it
one spot,
outside.
Ray.
3-1. Base open. Here is the pitch. Ball 4 inside.
Hey, let's go, Maddie.
Block second. Block on the inside ball. And that is going to bring up Maddie Watson. Watson, a 333 hitter, no home run, and 16 runs batted in. She's playing second base today after making a tremendous catch in left field diving last night. Pitcher outside corner first strike. 0-1 is the count to Watson. Runner at third base is Field, runner at second base Kiefer, runner at first base is Scott. Wind up in the pitch. Outside corner, ball strike 2. So quickly, 0-2 to count. As Long has done a good job of painting that outside
Come on,
corner.
Maddie, you can do it.
Here comes the 0-2. It looks like they're setting up outside. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a beautiful changeup that time by Long. And the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up for Charleston their pitcher, Meg Ritchie. Ritchie, a 273 hitter on the season. No home runs, gets 10 runs batted in. Bases loaded, 1 out for Charleston. They trail Altamont 1-0 here in softball. Ritchie stands in. Here comes the pitch from Long. In there for a call strike. 0-1 is the count to make Ritchie here. Ritchie trying to help her on the cause here.
Go, Meg, let's go.
Wind up in the delivery. Drilled into left field. This is going to be left field. Barnes, route number 2.
Hey, ready to get one.
Coming in
Get
on the
one.
sacrifice fly from third base. Injury healed. But we're all knotted up with 1 on the sacrifice fly from Meg Ritchie. That is going to bring up Brooklyn Barges, the left fielder. Barges comes in a 344 hitter. No home runs, 5 runs batted in for the freshman. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Just missed on that outside. 1-0 in the count to Brooklyn Barges here. 2 outs in the inning, runners first and second. Wind up in the pitch. In there for a called strike. Nice fastball that time from Sophia Long. That's 139 and a third inning for Altamont. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Sophia Long has pitched 131 and 2/3 of those innings. So she has been a workhorse for the Indians. 2-1 now to count the Barges. This one's fouled back. Count now at 2-2 Barges. 2 outs here in the inning. Barges digs in here with a 2-2 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Hit. Comes up into out there, close left field, and it will drop. That's getting chased with that third part. She's not able to get it. Count will remain at 2-2. Sounded like that might have been off the handle that time on that team from Oregon. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Charleston and Altamont tied at 1. Altamont won. Back after this, on Classic Rock, 92 won the Axe, and our game presented by the Kirchner Building Center. Hey, Tom. I don't know what he saw. Well, he's letting him go. Steps on the bag for out number 2. 2 outs here in the inning. And that's going to bring up for the Altamont Lady Indians. Top of the order. Ground ball foul. That was Leardy that grabbed it out there. That's going to bring up Cecilia Pearson. Box score caught up here. Pop up into right field. This is going to drop the gap for a base hit, and it's going to be a run coming in to score on a double by Cecilia Pearson. Altamont takes a 2-1 lead over Charleston. That one right to the gap. Both the center fielder Lewis and the right fielder Hernandez Raymer chasing after it. Either one of them can catch up to it, and it's 2-1 Indians. And that brings up Ella Nelson. Ground ball, foul. There's the third base side. Nice backhand stop though by Avery Beach. 0-1 gives the count to Ella Nelson here. By Richie. In there, close right on the fastball on the inside corner. Between Nelson and the 0-2. Altamont leads 2-1 with single runs in the first and second. 0-2. How about calling for it is the pitcher, Meg Ritchie, and the third baseman Avery Beals. Ritchie makes the catch for out number 3. So the Indians score 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Altamont 2, Charleston 1. Back after this on Classic Rock, 92-1, the Axe. Archer Building Center ball game goes into the bottom of the second. So field goal right work is going to be Molly King tonight with Charleston. King hit a home run yesterday, a 2-run shot. She'll step in, takes the first pitch outside and high for a ball. 267 hitter, 2 home runs, and 3 runs batted in for the catcher for Macy McElravy, Charleston Lady Trojans. 1-0. 1-1. Now the count to ball game. Here comes the next pitch. High. Ball gets in there for down low, ball 4. Third block in the ball game by Sophia Long. That is going to bring up right fielder Selena Rodriguez Kramer. Making her first plate appearance in the ball game. And Kramer has 69 hitter, no home runs, 10 runs batted in. Lewis at first with 1 out. Here's the kid, scoring the bunt. Low Kramer pulls it back, ball outside close for a ball. Want to know the count. Wondering about the speed of Lewis over there at first base. He does have 4 steals on the season. This is going to get into a single. Now going all the way to third and getting caught on the rundown now is Charleston. And Lewis is going to get tagged out. Kramer goes into second. Oh no, they called her safe. So now Lewis is going to get tagged out. They're going to give her third base on interference. Third base on interference. Runners advance. Defensive interference. Never go back to second and third with 1 out. That is going to bring up Avery Beals, who bunt singled her first time up and stole a couple of bases. Standing in from the right-hand side, she's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Imagine the bunt's coming here. Doesn't. Offer at it. 1-0 the count to Avery Beals. Beals hit one off the center field wall last night that I thought was going out. 1-0 the count. Good. Downstairs, ball 2. 2 and 2 now the count. Or 2-0 now the count. Nelson did a good job behind the plate. Scooping out the ball. Here comes the 2-0. Upstairs, Charleston trailing Altamont 2-1 in softball. First one to be hit. Where's the bunt? And it's going to be a perfect bunt. Scoring from third is Riley Lewis. And now coming home. Going to third. The count to Laney Kiefer with one out here in the inning. Charleston has a runner at second base. Out her first time up, she goes forward. Hit in the dirt for a ball. Nice scoop behind the plate by Ella Nelson. 1-0, the count to Maddie Watson here. Here's a pitch from long. I'm going to give her a hit on this one. So first and third now, as going into third base is Raymond Fox. I think that was going to be a tough play regardless of what the ball was in there. That's going to bring up Meg Ritchie, the 8th batter in the inning for Charleston. The batter now, Ritchie, a sacrifice fly that played it a run. So she He does not have an official at bat. On the move there is Maddie Watson with the steal. She steals second. No throw down that time. For Watson, that is her fifth steal of the season. Nunez first strike. 1-1. Now the count to Meg Ritchie. Still only one out in the inning for Charleston. They played a 4 runs so far on 4 hits and a couple of errors. 3 runs now unearned. Pitch downstairs for a ball. And scoop once again behind the plate by Nelson. 2-1. Now the count to Ritchie. Here comes the windup and the delivery from Long. Inside ball 3. 3-1. Now the count to Ritchie. Virgil Barches waiting on deck for Charleston. In there for that looks pretty good, but they called the ball there. That's a walk into, and now there's going to be a conversation. While they do that, we'll take time to remind you that Lakeland College has high demand career programs with tech and healthcare, IT, criminal justice, and youth, giving you know-how and skills and opportunities to fast-track a future. It's easy to get started at lakelandcollege.edu. Lakeland College education that fits your life. Now the head coach coming out, Meg Burris, to bring Long a drink. It's been a rough day for her. A couple of defensive errors for Altamont left 4 runs in the ball game. Charleston unearned. Charleston 5-2. Conversation on the mound is over. Bases loaded. Barges. Hit Barges. And it's going to be an RBI for Barges on the hit pass. Charleston now by 6-2. For Barges, that is RBI number 6. That batter down here, Molly King started off the inning with a strikeout. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Molly King. Lined up in the pitch. Down low for ball 2. 2-0 now the count of King. Base is still loaded. Third base is Maddie Watson. Second base, Meg Ritchie. And the first base is Captain Barges. It's outside for the ball. 3-0. Now the count is Molly King here. colleges, high advanced career programs, think trade, tech, healthcare, IT, and criminal justice. And FSU gives you the know-how, skills, and opportunities. Attract your future. It's easy to get started at lakelandcollege.edu. Lakeland College. Education that fits your life. First pitch is drilled into the right field. Right into the glove of Serena Hernandez. Number 1. That's Sophia Long. It's now 0 for 2. After the top up. One pitch, one out from Meg Ritchie. That is going to bring up for Altamont after Sorry. Who's raised on an error first time up. She goes one ground ball on one pitch. Over to throw down. Just a little bit low. Not dug out by Raylan Cox there. And Charleston with their 5th year of the ball game. We are going to get a runner, I believe. Yes, we will. So, Nari comes out of the ball game in favor of Kinsler. Kinsler is that is just a designated player switch there. As Kinsler does not bat, so this does not count as a substitution. So Kinsler running at the start. Brings up Layla Hankins. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-0 to count to Hankins. Flew out to short her first time up. So she is 0 for 1 in the ball game here today. Charleston leading 8-2. Here's the pitch. There's for a ball. Throw down on the steal. And she's in there standing up. And that is the steal there for Kinsler. That is steal number 2 on the season for her. 2-0 down the count. There's ball 3. 3-0 the count to Hankins here. Kennedy Schultz on deck for the Indians. Here comes the windup and the delivery from Meg Ritchie. Wild in the center field. This is going to play the gap for a big hit. On the first, headed to second. Hankins. Scoring from second is Kinsler. And Altamont gets the run back. He now trailed by the score of 8-3. And that is another unearned run for the Indians. That is going to bring up for Altamont Kennedy Schultz, who grounded out to third her first time up. Pitch down low for a ball. 1-0, now the count to Schultz. Ritchie in
Go defense. Come on, Rose.
third inning of work here. Comes the wind up and the delivery. Upstairs for a ball. 2-0, now the count to Ritchie here. Or to Schultz here from Ritchie. Ritchie steps out in the circle for a moment. Grabs it off the bag. Now it's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Popped out by the angle. Calling for it. Two away here in the inning for Altamont. Now bring up Haley Hartman. Reached on an error her first time up, so she's 0 for 1 in the ball game here today. Comes to wind up and deliver. A little bit low that time. Home won the count, 2 outs here in the inning. Altamont with single runs in the first, second, and third. Charleston with a single run in the first and 7 in the second. Fly, caught by William Fox, first baseman, 4-3. So the Indians score a run on the hit, an error, 1 left. We have played 2.5. It is Charleston 8, Altamont 3. Back after this on Classic Rock, 92-1 the action. Our game presented by the Kirchner Building Center. Kiefer. That is number 13 and her 55th RBI of the season. Brings up Raylan Cox. Pitch outside for a ball. Wynn kind of knocked that one down a little bit off the bat. It looked like it might have had a chance to go. 9-3 in favor of Charleston. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-0. Now the captain Raylan Cox knocked a double and RBI and runs. He's 1 for 1. Pitch. Inside for a ball. 3-0. Now the captain Raylan Cox here. Long on for her third inning of work. Here's the pitch. Stairs ball 4. Walk into by Long. And that is walk number 5. That brings up Maddie Watson. Strikeout. Single to stolen base and run scored. He's 1 for 1. Here comes the point that game to deliver. Outside for a ball. 1 in pose. It counts Maddie Watson in. Comes the next pitch up to Watson. Foul ball off the screen. 1-1 is now the count. It's Charleston 9. Altamont 3. Charleston with the runner first. Raylan Cox runner second is Lee Kiefer. Yep. Inside ball 2. 2-1. Now the count to Maddie Watson. Charleston leading 9-3. On the third. It's going to be popped up into the second baseman's glove. He made a good play. Kinsler for out number 1. Looked like off the bat that had a chance to get over her head, but Kinsler was right there and made a good play. 40 out. That's going to bring up Charleston pitcher Meg Ritchie. A sacrifice fly with an RBI. Walk and a run score, so she does not have an official at bat in this ballgame. Pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to Meg Ritchie. Ritchie digs in. And here comes the 1-0 from Sophia Long. Ground ball to the shortstop. That is taken. Fires on the third to get the lead runner. And that lead runner was Charleston. Courtesy runner for Ritchie is Kinsley Goff. So Kinsley Goff, the courtesy runner for Charleston here. 2 outs in the inning. Here comes the pitch to Brooklyn Barges. Going inside for a ball, a strikeout and a hit by pitch with an RBI. She's 0 for 1 in the ball game here today. Charleston runners at first and second. There's Barges, and there's all right. I'd like to thank Charleston Service Center, 180 Bar and Grill, the Michigan News, Cooper Bumpus Insurance, and Mackmore Shoes for their support of Charleston athletics. Pitch in the dirt for a ball. Once again, good job by Nelson behind the plate. Also like to thank County Office Products, Bob Edding and Associates, Charleston County Market, and Sarah Bush Lincoln. 2-1 on the way to Barges. It's going to be on the line drive. The shortstop makes a good play for the out. Barges hit it hard, but came up short. And that's going to end the inning for Charleston. They scored 1 run on 2 hits, no here. We go into the top of the 4th. Charleston leading Altamont 3. Back after this on Classic Rock 92.1 again. Our game presented by the Feeling First pitch to Hall misses away for a ball at their friendly center ball game. Into the fourth. It's upstairs for a ball from right here. 2-0 now the count to Elizabeth Hall. Singleton scored her first time up. So she is 1 for 1 in the ball game here today. 2-0 the count to Hall. Number 9 hitter in the lineup. This one fouled off left hand side. 2-1 is now the count to Hall. Hall trying to slap that one into left field. Good idea there for her. 2-1 now the count. Here comes the windup in the pitch. Ball 3. 3-1 now the count to Hall with Lee Hardy waiting on deck for the Indians. 3-1. Nobody out here at the top of the fourth. Charleston Trojans now 9-3. Hey, Richie on for her fourth inning of work. Hit ground ball. Third baseman. Beals comes up. Good play by Beals. And away here in the inning for the Indians. That brings up a 3-3. A single and a run scored in the first inning. And a ground out first in the second inning play. The left-handed hitting center fielder. Now the count to Lee Hardy. He digs in here, and Reggie on his butt. That's watching the second field for away here in the inning for the Indians. That brings up the CLMC. 3-7 here, her first time up. Double homer run, her second time up. So she's 1 for 2 in the ball game here. Hits from Richie. Downstairs for the ball. 1-0 the count. She's Louis Pearson. Third base. Altamont gets their first clean inning of the ball game. No rush, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to top 5. It is Charleston 9, Altamont 3. Back after this on Classic Rock, 92-1 the Axe. Our game presented by the Kirchner Building Center. First pitch of the 5th inning brought to you by the Kirchner Building Center. Ella Nelson is high. Nelson is over the top up in the infield. Reached on an error. Next pitch by Richie. Richie's been pretty good, only giving up 4 hits in this ball game so far. Has 1 C-shed strikeout. The nemesis so far has been 5 errors by Charleston. Play. Left hand side. 2 and 1. The count to Ella Nelson. Here comes the 53rd pitch. Thrown in this ball game by Meg Ritchie. On its way. Got a ball for a ball. 3 and 1. Now the count to Ella Nelson. Ritchie has not walked anybody yet in this ball game. 3 and 1. The count to Nelson here. First walk issued by Richie in the ball game. That's going to bring up Sophia Long.
Hey, let's go defense!
And the fly out to right. So he is open to the ball game here today. Take that back. This is going to be a pinch hitter. This is going to be Becca Swain pinch hitting for Sophia Long. reached down in there and threw out the first. 9-5 in favor of Altamont here. 2-0. Now the count to Arndt. Indian started off with a walk, then a couple of outs, then a single, then a double. Both plating runs. 2-0. Now the count to Arndt. Swing the net out of the zone. 2-1. Now the count. Runner at second base. This Kennedy Schultz with 2 outs here in the inning. Charleston leads Altamont 9-5. It's going to be popped up and out of the reach and foul territory of the first baseman, Raylan Cox. The count now 2-2 to Arndt. 2 outs here in the inning. 2-2 the count to Arndt with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a ground ball foul down the third base line. The count will remain at 2-2 to Arndt. Meg Ritchie trying to get out of this.
Hey, let's go defense. Come on, Meg.
Run scoring against fourth. Pitch. It's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman Fields comes up with it.
Good,
Over the first. Raylan Cox. Number 3. In the inning for Altamont, they score 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Charleston 9, Altamont 5. Back after this on Classic Rock 921 Max. And our game presented by the Kirchner Building Center. Give me enough time to get any commercials in.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Maybe he's taking that time, but one attempt by Avery Beals, threw it for a strike. 0-1 to count to Beals, 3 for 3 in the ball game. 2 singles and a triple. Pitch is bunted. This is going to be a perfect bunt, and both teams this out. That's going to bring up the lead for Charleston. Block brings it on the air, and double RBI and run scoring. So he is 1 for 2 in the ball game here today. Charleston 9, Altamont 5. Here in the 5th inning, Sophia Long on her 5th inning work. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Runner goes and the throw down. Not in time. A stolen base for Avery Beals. Third. Classic Rock 92 won the act in our game presented by the Kirshner Building Center.
I got third. You got my third.
College's high demand career programs, think trades, tech, healthcare, IT, criminal justice, to name a few, give you the know-how, skills, and opportunities, fast track your future. Easy to get started at lakelandcollege.edu. Lakeland College, education that fits your life. New catcher for Charleston is Carly Eastman as she comes into the ball game for the first time. Leading it off for Altamont will be Alyssa Ruhal. Ruhal is 1 for 2, a single, a run scored, and a ground out to third base. Meg Ritchie on for her 6th inning of work, a ground ball to the first baseman, that is Cox, and she tagged Ruhal out for out number 1. Ruhal goes down to the ground on that hard tag. 1 out here in the inning for the Altamont Lady Indians. That's going to bring up Avery Fleehardy. Fleehardy has a single, a run scored, pop out to first, and a ground out to second. There's a pitch by Ritchie, foul back. 0-1 is the count to Avery Fleehardy. You're in the 6th inning. Charleston leading Altamont by the score of 11-5. Comes the 0-1 pitch on the way. Popped up on the infield. Now into shallow left field. Playing for is the shortstop for Charleston. We did have a shortstop change there. And it's going to be 2 outs. The shortstop there was Maddie Watson. So Charleston's made some changes around the field here. Pitch is going to be popped up foul out of play. So at third base is Kiefer. Shortstop is Watson. Second base, I believe, is Argus. And left field is King. Pitch. Loop foul, right inside. The count now is 0-2 to Fleehardy. Now ball foul. So I think I got all the changes in there now. As Charleston made multiple changes there in that inning. Pitch low inside for a ball. 1-2 now, the count to Fleehardy. Here comes the wind up and the delivery. There's the ball, 2-2 now, the count.
Come on, man. There you go.
2-2 the count. One out here in the top of the sixth. Lee Hardy battling against Richie here. In the pitch. Going to be lined into the glove as a third baseman. Laney Kiefer for out number 2. Out number 3, actually. 3 outs in the inning. And that's going to end the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played 5 and a half. It is Charleston leading Altamont 11-5. Back after this on Classic Rock. 92 won the axe in our game. Presented by the Charleston Building Center. Lewis with a single into right field for a base hit. She is now 2 for 3. That's going to bring up for Charleston Selena Hernandez-Raymer. And she'll stand in here. Pitch low and away for a ball. 1-0, the count to Hernandez-Raymer. Waiting on deck for Charleston is the catcher, Charlie Easton. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 2-0 the count. So after all those changes, Avery Beals out of the ball game for Charleston. Here comes the 2-0 on the way. And there for a ball strike. 2-1. Now the count to Selena Hernandez-Raymer. Runner at first is Riley Lewis. Here comes the pitch. There's ball 3. Good eye by Selena. 3-1 now the count to Hernandez-Raymer. And there calls strike 2. Count now full to Hernandez-Raymer at 3-2. Here comes the payoff. Wild pitch there. That's going to bring up for Charleston. And this will be Charlie Eastman. Eastman the batter here. Takes the first pitch for the ball. 1-0 the count. Eastman, the 217 hitter, takes the pitch for a ball. Throw down the third, not in time. Okay, they actually said that the batter was out. And a strikeout. Because there was a run occupied there. First base. Strikeout and an out. first, he's headed for second. It's an RBI double for Eastern. Charleston now leads by the score of 12-5 with Blaney Kiefer coming to the bat for Charleston. Kiefer now playing third base. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game. A walk reached on there and scored a double with an RBI and a fly out to second. He'll stand in with 1 out and a runner at second. Charleston a 12-5 lead. Pitch is downstairs for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Blaney Kiefer. In there for a called strike. 4 strike 1. 1-1. Now the count to Blaney Kiefer here. Kiefer will stand in. Runner second base is Eastman. Lined up into delivery. Upstairs for a ball on the changeup. 2-1. Now the count to Blaney Kiefer. This will go! A 2-run homer for Lane Kiefer, a Polk County Sanitation and Recycling homer. 12th home run on the season for Lane Kiefer, and that is number 56 and 57. It is now 14-5 in favor of Charleston. That one wasn't the no-doubter that the one like the one she hit yesterday, though. It's now 14-5 in favor of Charleston. Here at the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the wind-up and delivery. It's going to be a ground ball through the hole for a base hit, going down center field. Coming up with it to center field is Lee Hardy. It's a single for Raymond Cox, her 3rd hit of the ball game. That's going to bring up Maddie Watson, the shortstop.
We're
going to have a substitution for Charleston. Looks like Riley Johnson will be the pinch runner for Raylan Cox here. So Johnson will come into the ball game, the freshman, to run it first. Now Watson a chance to end this ball game here for Charleston. They have an 9-run lead of 14-5. Ready to be made. Cycle her first strike, Maddie Watson. Ball 1 to count here. Courtesy, or the pinch runner Johnson at first. Side for a ball. 1-1. Now the count to Watson here. Watson is 1 for 3. A strikeout, a single, a stolen base, and a run scored. And 2 pop-ups to second base. 1 out here in the inning. The pitch is going to be Luke. This is going to be a double play as Johnson took off with a pitch. And it's a double play, and that's going to end the inning. For Charleston, they had 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. A 2-run homer by Laney Kiefer. Charleston with a 14-5 lead as they look to close it out here in the top of the 7th inning to play, and we'll have the 7th inning after this break. A 92-1 the Accident game presented by the Charleston Center. Charleston, first pitch strike to her from Meg Ritchie, as Ritchie looks to close this one out for a complete game victory. Here is the 0-1 from Meg Ritchie. Popped out into foul territory. Third baseman, almost made the catch over there. It hit off the fence for a foul ball. 0-2 now the count to the batter, Ella Nelson. Nelson looking for her first hit of the ball game. Reached on an error, knocked down the pitcher, and it walked. Stole the base and scored. This is in the third for a ball. 1-2 the count. Be a nice time for a C-check strikeout here for Meg Ritchie. Here comes the 1-2 on the way. Ground ball from third baseman Kiefer. Fires across the diamond. Rayla Cox. Or out number 1, Charleston, 2 outs away from victory here today. That's going to bring up Sophia Long for the Indians. 0-2 ball game by Ritchie. Third for a ball. 1-0 to count to Sophia Long. Pitcher for the Indians here. Ritchie's been pretty good in this ball game. Some runs before he gets her, been the turn. Ground ball right back to Ritchie. Fields and fires over first. Charleston 1 out away from victory there today. That's going to bring up Madeline Nari, the right fielder, 0 for 3 in the ball game. Reached on a couple of errors and run scored. A fly out to second. She is 0 for 3. Charleston 1 out away from closing this one out. And in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 the count to Madeline Nari. Here comes the wind up and the delivery. Inside low for ball 2. Now 2-0 the count to Schnarry. 2 outs here in the inning. It is out off. 2-1 now the count to the right fielder for the Altamont Lady Indians, Madeline Schnarry. She has been most of this ball game, despite her team committing 5 errors. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 3-1 now the count to Schnarry. Ritchie ready. Here's the wind up and the pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. That is Kiefer. She stumbled on the play, and it's going to be Schnarry reaching on an error. I think her cleats got caught up in the dirt that time. That's going to bring up Hankins, who is 2 for 3, a double, a single, a couple of runs, RBIs, and a run scored. First pitch to her is inside low for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Layla Hankins. Charleston trying to close this one out here. 14-5 lead. Pitch is going to be a ground ball up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop. That is Maddie Watson. Fires across the diamond to Raylan Cox, who gets the hit. Out number 3. And Charleston is victorious in this one by the score of 14-5. And we'll have the happy total right after this. It's Charleston